I would like to talk about artificial intelligence. It's a scary word for a lot of people. However, we have to learn to embrace the technology, to live with technology, most importantly, to incorporate in our everyday life. For agents in today's environment, especially when they have their clients, buyers and sellers who are intelligent, who are up to date, who are learning everything about real estate, and they think they know more about real estate than the realtor does. So with artificial intelligence, how do your agents embrace and learn from it and incorporate in their everyday life?
And what I am finding with our associates is we're working on being able to incorporate it to help us be able to span the internet, pull the information, look for resources, do things more efficiently, be able to respond to consumers' needs, be able to understand how to kind of get the algorithms on Instagram and Facebook to be in front of our consumers. I always say this is a high-touch business. But when you can wrap in some high technology, it can make things a little bit more efficient. But there will never be a computer, a machine, a technology that will take the place of what we do in our minds. So while we have been so proud that we've been on the forefront of bringing ChatGPT and AI training, we've just finished another series of 4 different trainings on it for our associates that are interested in it. It has been fascinating. It opens the eyes to the possible. Mm-hmm. It also, I think, helps us be able to communicate. That's what I think I love most about ChatGPT is it helps us be more effective communicators, to kind of get our ideas to be effective in how we're marketing or effective in how we're communicating. But I do believe this, at the end of the day, you've got to always internalize it and still speak from the heart. How Deanne Golden's going to answer your question is definitely going to be a lot different than ChatGPT.
No, I agree with you.
But I think it's going to be key, and I think that it's going to be just like years ago when I remember sitting in a class in 1995, and if I can, it's okay, I remember it was David Knox that raised his hand and said, "Who here in this class has an email address?" And very few people did. The people that raised their hand, his second question was, okay, so those of you smarty pants that think you are ahead of the rest of the class, do you have your email address on your business card? One person raised their hand. And I think we're at an evolution where people are still a little skeptical. Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot of skeptics and a lot of criticism. But I think if you take it for the ability, just like those of us that kind of got an email address back, in 1990s before we knew what it would do, you're going to be constantly evolving and learning. And what I love about ChatGPT right now in particular is I learn. It enlightens me. It gave me some thoughts today about where maybe I've not taken our team yet with some of the new photography and some of the new imaging and some of the things we'll be able to do in marketing, where AI and ChatGPT will be able to be effectively used, and just always ensure that it's done with the legal rights and that you're never violating copyrights and things like that. But for right now, it's a whole new exciting way to see how we can serve our consumers. And I think it's pretty impressive, actually. I get excited with it.
Also, I would like to bring up Matterport and 3D tours and digital twin, the scanning. I think that is, I know it's part of our artificial intelligence, and that helps someone who is in Portugal right now and would love to have a property in Georgia, and they can just go through the property. It does not replace the realtor. It doesn't replace the real estate professional, but it helps someone across the globe to understand what they're buying.
I'm so glad you asked that question. I was expecting you to ask that just a moment ago, because do you know the first 2, number 1 and number 2, recommendations for AI that came upon a moment ago when I asked ChatGPT for how AI will be most effective? And you just hit it. Number 1 was with property recommendations and helping consumers really get to the buyer match and the needs of what they're looking for. And then 2, with the power of virtual tours, and to be able to be in the living rooms with someone wherever they're at, to be able to get a better sense and feel. So there's going to be such, I think, an evolution and just a fast forward. Today, I mean, we've even looked at it in the past 5 years. Think about, Matterport, where we were even 5 years ago, mm-hmm. and the incredible advances and how it's become so much more fluid, and you really get a chance to feel it, see it. And the consumer today in any industry, whether it's somebody that's trying on jeans in their home off of Amazon and wants to, see how it fits, or they're placing furniture, or they're looking at colors. There's this whole new whiteboard out there, that the power of AI, and it's so exciting to see what all you do with it. But there's no question that, it will never take the place of ultimately being able to have a consumer face to face and get to know you and get to really understand and feel. But when we can't be together, this is going to expedite the process. My hope and expectation is that we'll continue to make a more seamless transaction, because it can be stressful. You'll get a list of 30 properties. Where do you start? You see a printout from MLS, and it's all 4-bedroom, 3-bath, this. But when you can start to see the photography and the rich storytelling and the video come to life and the virtual tours, and you get to feel it and imagine what it would be like for you to be walking through that front door, or you to be welcoming friends into your home, or you to be rising up and having coffee the next morning there and making memories. I mean, that's pretty special. And it brings it from kind of flat and 2D to truly the 3D, which is, life is definitely 3D in motion.